Several people have been shot at a grocery store in Tucson, Arizona, and a spokesman for the Pima County Sheriff's Department says that among the victims, or included in the victims, are at least 12 people. They describe them as injured. They do not use the word wounded. The shooting reportedly took place around 10 a.m. local time. That would have been noon Eastern time. And now we have heard from the Tucson Citizens newspaper that among those who may have been wounded was Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords, who is a Democrat with the House of Representatives. The reason this is noted is she had an event taking place at this grocery store, which is a Safeway in Tucson, Arizona. It was described as a congressperson on your corner kind of gathering. These are often held by people in Congress where they go back to meet with their constituents. What is notable here is that an event like that would have been posted. In fact, it was on the Congresswoman's website, and it was stated that this was her first Congress on Your Corner of the year, to be held Saturday, January 8th at the supermarket in northwest Tucson. So it appears that shots have been fired. According to the public information officer of the Pima County Sheriff's Department, a dozen people have been injured, and that there have been people transported to the Northwest Medical Center in Tucson, Arizona. We do not have the conditions of any of those who have either been injured or who have been shot. We are continuing to get information into the CNN Center. But Dana Bash is joining us now on the telephone. And Dana, what do we know about the condition, if at all, whether the Congresswoman was wounded at this event?
Unfortunately, I don't have information about her condition right now. I just got off the phone with a Democratic congressional source, though, who did say that she was, in fact, shot, she being Gabrielle Giffords, Congresswoman from Arizona. And this source told me that, unfortunately, it sounds like these are preliminary reports, but it sounds like some of her staff might have been shot. You have been reporting, Marty, that she was doing a congressional event, so she did have staff at this event in Tucson. We do not know her condition right now, but I was told by this source who called me that it was, quote, pretty serious. Right. Again, preliminary reports, but we're waiting to get more information from her office and obviously from the authorities on the scene.
These kind of Congress on your corner events, these are pretty common, I would imagine. I mean, typically this is just where a congressperson goes back to their district and makes himself available to their constituents.
Exactly. Every member of Congress handles it in a different way, but most members of Congress make a point of going back to their district and taking questions and having conversations with their constituents about what's concerning them, what Congress is working on, sort of anything at all that's out there. Interesting that, Gabby Giffords, she is a Democrat from a pretty conservative district. She's from a border district in Arizona. She's just was reelected to her third term in an atmosphere where Democrats weren't reelected. So she was reelected. She's young. She's just 40 years old, and so obviously everybody is hoping and praying that she is okay. I can just tell you just a quick anecdote. I just happened to have a conversation with her in the hallway right off the House chamber yesterday, Marty, and she was just so relieved that the election was behind her, and she was telling me a story about how she and her husband actually went on a last-minute trip to Rome for Christmas, and she said that they were able to get in for midnight mass at the Vatican. So she was just elated about kind of where she was and what she was doing, and obviously she, like most members of the House, were finishing their votes and getting ready to head home to do what she did, which is to meet with their constituents.